Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 31, Dalton gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go.
Mike, 53.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Motion, motion.
Can't.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Cowboys 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin with a run by Smith. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Smith. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mike 57. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Kill. 47, 26.
Prescott from the gun. And Adams has it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Running with Howard. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.